Guys, I am having so many technical glitches. And so at this point, I am so sorry. Yes, I'm going to do my welcome one more time. Welcome to the Faith-Based Weight Loss Podcast. Today, we're going to talk about, do you ever feel stuck? And we're going to address the top 3 reasons you're not making progress and the hidden fix to get unstuck. If you are watching this later and you're not part of our community, I want to invite you to join us at www.facebook.com/groups/faith-based weight loss for women. So we're so glad you're here, and we were celebrating Jill's win. And Jill, when I talked to Jill at the beginning, she was stuck. And she just said to me, Diana, if you can help me get unstuck, I am in. And she was in. She was ready to jump on and make change. And so much of my time I spend talking to women who are stuck. And so many of you, yes, thanks you guys. I was not recording, and so now I am recording. I just need to record for the podcast. That's the whole reason I have to do the technology like this. Thank you all for your patience in me adapting to this technology. By the 3rd week, next week, it'll be perfect. I promise you. And I so hope you will not get frustrated with the technology glitches. We are all a work in progress. So we will not be stuck forever in this. Okay, so today we're going to talk about why it is so important to recognize if you're stuck, how to identify if you're really stuck, or if this is just part of your journey. What are the top 3 reasons that you're stuck? And then talk about 7 strategies to help you move from stuck to unstoppable, okay? And so, like I said, a lot of my time I spend talking to women who are stuck, frustrated, exhausted, defeated, and they don't want to be there. They want to move out of that. And so the sooner you can recognize if you're really stuck, the better it's going to be to help you with your goals. And so why is it important to recognize you're stuck? Number 1, so you can start making change. The first step in making change is recognizing where we are and being honest about it. And so it's easy sometimes to avoid facing the truth and like kind of saying, oh, I'm okay. You know, things are okay. I'm just under stress. It's going to be okay. And so not being honest and taking time to reflect and think, am I really stuck, is going to hold you back. And so you need to be able to identify, and I looked up the definition of stuck. Stuck means fixed in one place and can't be moved, right? You're just stuck. I am working with a client right now, and she is so stuck, and her mindset is so stuck. We're having a really hard time moving her to the next step, but at least she's able to identify that she's stuck. And so you are stuck if nothing is changing. And in regards to weight loss, it doesn't just mean the number on the scale. For so many of you, the only result that you're looking for is the number on the scale. So if that's what you're defining as stuck, just because the scale isn't moving, then maybe you're not stuck. There are other things you want to be looking for. And that's why we always ask our clients, how's your energy? What are some things you couldn't do? I'm working with a client right now. She wanted to be able to stand up from a chair without feeling challenged. And just a few days ago, she shared with the group she's in that she did 11 or 12 of them in one of the classes and was not even tired. Guess what? She's not stuck. Now, her weight, in this case, is also improving, but say the weight wasn't going down, that is not being stuck. And so when you think of stuck, remember to look at more than just the number on the scale. When many of you joined the faith-based community, in the welcome video, I asked you, what are you working on or what do you need help with? And so many of you say, I want help overcoming the plateau that I'm in. And so I wanna explain the next point is how to identify if you're really stuck or if your perspective is just not correct. So that's kind of what I was alluding to, is that sometimes we think we're stuck because the only thing we're measuring is the weight on the scale. And sometimes the weight on the scale takes a long time to change. I remember when and I think I mentioned this to you guys, I had never been under 200 pounds for many, many years in my life. And I remember when I got so close to going under 200, my weight, I believe 200 pounds was my set weight. Okay. And so in my head, I didn't believe I could become under 200. I thought my body was built to be 200 pounds. And so I believed I was stuck, and I had to wrestle with my mindset. And my weight did stay at 200 for a while. And I had to tweak what I was doing, and I had to work a lot on my mindset. And I remember when the scale started going below 200, I was super happy, shocked, because I had believed for so long that my set point was 200, and I was stuck at 200 for so long. But those are the things you have to wrestle through, that sometimes you think you're stuck because what you're looking at is wrong. Other times, your body needs to stay at a certain level long enough before it goes lower in regards to the scale. Okay. And so I want you to think about, when you're looking at yourself and wondering if you're stuck, you want to identify 3 areas. Your weight on the scale is one. Another one could be like my client, Carol, who wanted to be able to sit to stand and had noticed that was getting really hard for her. So an activity, an action that you want to see improve. And the third one would be a feeling, like having more energy. I see in the comments, Heidi said low energy. And so let's say Heidi is, working in her journey and her weight is not moving, but she's able to do her get up and down from the floor or walk 20 minutes without, getting exhausted, and she's having more energy. Heidi is not really stuck. So stuck is not just the weight on the scale. If this is resonating, can you see us since this is Zoom? Yes, I can see you guys. Lawanda, I can see you. I've got my phone next to me and I am looking at your comments, and I am on Zoom live in the community. So I am connecting with all of you. I don't like to not see you. So please, Lawanda, give me a yay. So I know you heard me. I am looking for your comment even as I'm talking. So as I said, by next week, we're going to have this fully nailed. So Gina, yes, I can see you guys. And I'm going to just hope that I can see you guys reply to me. So if the scale doesn't move, that's one sign you might be stuck. I want you to understand that sometimes in your weight loss journey, you can stay at the same weight for like 8 weeks. And that's when your body is fighting and trying to go to a lower weight. And so that may seem to you like you're stuck. Gino is trying to hide. No hiding, Gina. I'm watching you guys. I'm still waiting for Lawanda to tell me yay. Lawanda, give me a yay so I know I can see you. So yes, Gloria, you are welcome. So that is so important. So again, just so I'm clear to this point, if only your weight is not moving, but other things are improving, you might not be stuck. You might just think you're stuck because you're only focusing on one thing. Okay. And sometimes your weight won't move because your body is fighting to get you to the next level. Like the example I told you about myself. I stayed at 200 pounds for a long time. And then I finally went below, and it took about 8 to 12 weeks, maybe not 12, but like 6 to 8 weeks to go from where I was hovering at 200, which was a really good weight for me. Some of you asked me how many pounds I've lost. No, I only see your comments, Lawanda, not you personally. I can't see you guys ever personally on the Facebook. I only see your comments, but I feel like you're with me when you talk to me through the comments. And so when I finally, my body, when I did my mindset work, I had to start believing that I could weigh, my goal weight was 180. It's actually 175 now, and I'm very close to it. Why do I tell you that? Because guys, I had to overcome every hurdle, every stuck point that anyone can imagine, and I still have to, right? I have to be very mindful of my way of thinking and of letting my mind get in my way of success. And my mind, as your mind, can often be the reason that you get stuck. And so when your weight is stuck, what you need to be careful of is don't stop doing the healthy habits that you know are good for you. You see, this is one of the biggest mistakes that people do when they are stuck for like a week. They throw in the towel. Does that resonate with you? Have you been that person? You decide to do stop sugar for a week, and a week later you step on the scale and nothing changed, and you say, it's not working. Give me some, I get it, tell me in the comments that you can resonate with that. Lawanda is here with me. Being short is a challenge. Weight gain can be fast if you give up, absolutely. And so when you're stuck for a week, don't stop doing the things that you know are going to help you. Keep at it, do the right things. Here's also an analogy to where we, thank you, Donna, Kathy, and Camelia, yay, never give up. Debbie, thanks guys, I appreciate your comments. And so when you are stuck, don't throw in the towel. And what I was saying is, as Christians, we have to live by faith, right? And in our weight loss journey, sometimes we have to live by faith. We have to keep watching the things we know we're supposed to watch, even if the scale doesn't always give what we want. But I tell my clients, the numbers are your guide, but they just guide us. But if you're relying on the numbers to guide you, not your healthy habits to guide you, you're going to find yourself stuck over and over and over again. Okay, exactly. We start cheating. We don't track. We say it's not going to work. One bad day can make the rest of the week bad. Exactly, Kathy. And that's what I'm talking about. And so you're making yourself more stuck when you decide a week into your journey that nothing is working. Okay. So if you are really stuck, I want you to think of the 3 measurements that would help you: your weight, your action and activity that, a lot of my people tell me, I can't go up and down the stairs without getting short of breath. Your energy, examples, 3 things. If one of these is getting better, you're not really stuck. Stuck is when nothing is getting better and you've been going at it for a long time. You didn't throw out your healthy habits. You're sticking with your healthy habits and nothing is changing. Okay. And so the top 3 reasons why you're stuck is what I want to talk about next. Okay. I want to talk about the top 3 reasons you might be stuck. And I want to tell you about a friend of mine's daughter. And my friend was telling me about her daughter. And my friend and her daughter had really good intentions, but she knows this is what I do. And so she called me up and wanted to get my opinion. And she started to tell me all the different things that her daughter has been trying in the last 2 weeks, literally 2 weeks. She's done this, she's done this, she's done this, and then this didn't seem to work. So she started this, da, da, da. And my head, I was like, whoa, I was overwhelmed. And immediately it reminds me of what I hear a lot from my clients. And it's the reason you're stuck is you don't know what to do. You see, because we live in the information age where you can Google everything, and this applies to me as a physical therapist. People come into my clinic and they tell me, I have this wrong with me. And I go, oh, well, good, then you got it figured out, right? And nothing wrong. I'm a believer in studying and informing yourself and learning. But the problem is there's so much information that if you are not trained to know how to bring it all together, you might think you know what to do, but likely the way you're bringing all that noise together is a mishmash of information that's not going to help you get unstuck. In fact, what the program that you're self-designing is going to be ineffective. And again, I get so many clients that come to me and on our call, they'll say, well, I know what to do. And I don't say much before they work with me, I just listen. And 9 out of 10 times when they start to work with me, they realize they didn't really know how to build a nutrition plan that's going to help their aging body, that's going to adapt to the changes that women go through in middle age. And the noise suddenly is stopped and we focus in on the facts. And so you need to make sure that if you think you know what to do, but you're stuck, maybe you don't really know what to do. And I just want to encourage you. I'm not saying that to make you feel bad. I just see it all the time. These programs that you create, you take a fact from here and a fact from here and a fact from here and a fact from here. And there's so much out there. The program that clients end up doing on their own are not comprehensive or balanced in helping you get to the next level. So that is reason number 1 is you don't know what to do. And in fact, you might think you know what to do, but you don't know what to do. And so if you think that's you, then say, I need to learn, put learn. That means you want to learn. Just gives us an idea. Too much noise. Exactly, Donna. And let me tell you, clients ask me about stuff and I have to look it up. There's just so much. Everybody has an opinion. And our goal in the Faith-Based 5 Principle Method program is to provide evidence-based and faith-based strategies that are proven and true to try to quiet the noise of what's out there and give you the facts and keep it simple. And so the second reason you're stuck is you can't do it on your own, okay? I was talking to a client recently, and she loved everything about the program that I was telling her about and what we do in our world to help people. But then she said to me, you know what? I know what to do. I'm going to try to do it on my own. Now, I'm going to check back with this client, but I can assure you this client is going to struggle because we are not designed to do this on our own, okay? We need each other. We need community. I was with my son a few weeks ago at a park and a girl kicked him. And he came right up to me and he grabbed my phone. He said, I need to call my aunt Lena. Some of you know Lena, and my son Sam. And I was like, what? He knew Lena was his community. He knew she would have his back. And he wanted to tell her about the girl kicking him. And she would stick up for him. She would encourage him. She would understand. And she would encourage him, and she will tell him how to handle this girl. And I just watched the whole thing play out, and I thought, this is exactly like what happens in our weight loss community. We need each other. We need to see the wins that our other women are going through. When you guys see the wins, if it makes you feel like, oh, I wish I had that, that's okay, because it's going to spur you on to go for better things. You're going to be happy for these people that are getting results, and it's going to sharpen you to want to be better yourself. And so the second reason you might be stuck is you're trying to do it on your own. Okay, does that resonate? You don't even want to tell people you're struggling. That was me for years. I never thought I would tell anybody my 200-pound mark. That was like unheard of for me. I would never tell people my weight. I struggled with all these things, so I get it. But if you're trying to do it alone, and you've heard me say anonymity is not going to get you somewhere. It's vulnerability, and it's accountability, and it's encouragement, and it's support, and it's guidance. And so you can't get through past the tough points alone. When I hit that 200-pound mark, I called my friend who's another coach with me, and we encourage each other. She kind of gave me a little pep talk. And when I got below that 200-pound mark, I called her up and we were having a big party. Gina says she is so encouraged by seeing others win. That's right. It encourages us to have more wins, okay? Now, the third reason you're stuck is you can't do it fast enough, okay? The value of your time, meaning you're gonna spend so much time trying to figure it out. Is that what you want? I was in that situation with professionally in my life recently, and I had to decide. I could probably have figured stuff out on my own, but guess what? What's my time worth? So I reached out for help, and I was so glad that I did, because I would have wasted so much time and energy trying to figure out how to do this thing that this other people could help me with. And so the same goes with your wellness. If you are spending all your time trying to figure it out, you're not going to have any time or energy left on actually doing it. Okay. And so that is the third one, is I can't do it fast enough. By the time you figure it out, you will just have lost interest, or you will have developed more disease, more injury, more whatever. And you could have easily overcome that by getting some help. So if you're stuck, the good news is you don't have to be. If you want to get unstuck, drop me in the comments, unstuck. I want you to drop unstuck in the comments to let me know you want to get unstuck. Okay. And we are going to move in. I'm going to wait till I see some unstuck. You know, I like all cap unstuck. I want to get unstuck. So just drop me some unstuck. If you have questions, you can also drop them. Donna, she wants to be unstuck. Yes, Donna, and I love it. That's awesome. Anyone else want to be unstuck? Gina, yes, unstuck. Let's bring them in. Give me some unstucks in the comments. That's kind of your way of telling yourself, I don't want to be stuck. I want to move forward. I want to be unstoppable. And so keep putting in the comments unstuck. And then I want to just briefly finish with Kathy. Awesome. All caps. Yep. You know, guys I like all caps. That just shows Chris is getting unstuck. Yes, Chris, you have really worked through so many things. I love it. She's getting unstuck, and that's great. So a few strategies to help you move from stuck to unstoppable. Number one, I want to tell you, stop dieting. Okay, stop using the word diet. Stop going on a program and off a program. Anytime you're going to keep dieting, you're going to be stuck, because you're going to maybe have results, stop the diet, have the numbers go back up, and that dieting mentality needs to die. Okay, dieting mentality needs to die. And we don't want to diet. We want to live a lifestyle that's going to help us lose weight and be transformed in mind, body, and spirit. And so if you still think of, oh, I got to do keto for a while, oh, I got to do this, no, you're going to end up stuck. And I have a training on that where we talk about the restriction, over restricting, and when you lose weight and gain it, lose weight and gain it, you end up being have more body fat, and everything in your body becomes more resistant. So you got to stop dieting. It has to be a lifestyle, Camelia. Exactly. Number two, stop cut and pasting ideas you read, you see, or your friend tells you about. Stop cut and pasting programs. Okay. And every latest fad, every latest extreme is, you got to stop falling prey to that, because again, it's going to end up leading you to being stuck. Number three, build a tribe. Like Samuel, my son, who knew who his tribe was, and he went straight to his tribe, my sister and his brothers. Build your tribe. Don't try to weather this journey alone. You will end up stuck. Nobody will be watching. You'll throw in the towel. You'll say it doesn't matter. No one knows. So you've got to get some accountability and community around you. Number five, I believe, number 1, 2, 4. Recognize that the kitchen, the food part, and the exercise part are just a small part of your journey. Most of the work is happening right here in your mind. And in this group, and from a faith-based, we go back to Romans 12:2, you got to be renewed, be transformed, by the renewal of your mind. What you think, you will become. The strongholds in your mind need to be addressed so you can get unstuck. I'm working with a client right now where she's doing all the right things in the kitchen. She's doing as much as she can in the movement, and she's still stuck. And she's resisting the guidance of encouraging her to do the work in the mind. And we're working through that. If you think that your journey is just what you eat and how you move, you will end up stuck. And if that's you, prioritize your mindset. And that's what God wants us. We have to change the way we think. We have to renew our minds, okay? Number 5, recognize that what works for someone else might not be what works for you. Stop comparing. Stop comparing. We all have different issues. So stop comparing yourself to others and run your race. So if you've found yourself comparing yourself to others and feeling like, well, she's so successful and I'm not, just stop that game. Let others inspire you, learn from them, but stop comparing yourself to others. Number 6, be patient. Remember that sometimes your weight gets stuck as your body is preparing for the next reset. Like I told you, my 200-pound battle, I was stuck there for a while till I could go down. And right now I'm at a different point of reset. I'm trying to get comfortably in the low 180s, right? To get to my goal of 175. And so I'm just tweaking a little, but I'm being patient. and I'm doing what I know I need to do, and I'm going to watch that scale go down, and I'm working on my mind, and I am being held accountable. And my seventh point strategy to help you move from unstuck and to help you in that season of where you're being patient and waiting a reset is let your healthy habits guide you, not the number of the scale. Let your healthy habits guide you, not the number on the scale. If the scale is stuck, remember that's one of other things you could be measuring. So if you're feeling better, if you're looking better, if you have more energy, but the scale is not going as fast, that does not mean you're stuck, and don't throw in the towel. So today we wanted to first identify what is being stuck. Number two, learn if you're really stuck or if you just think you're stuck. Number three, Kathy said she lost me, but I still see Kathy. So I'm not sure, Kathy, it might be your connection. And so then we talked about the top 3 reasons you're stuck. And number 4, the strategies to help you get unstuck. Stop dieting, stop cutting and pasting, do the mind work, build a tribe, stop comparing, and then be patient and let your habits guide you. If you would like help to get unstuck and would like to connect with me, please put help in the comments. Again, if you are watching this on the podcast, need 6 and 7. Kathy's 6 was be patient with yourself. And number 7, let your habits guide you. I think those are the 2 you missed. Thank you for asking. So if you're watching this and a lot of this resonated with you and you say it's time that I try to think about what to do next, put help, H-E-L-P, all caps in the comments, and I will reach out to you just to get to know you, learn if there's any way we can help you. If this is if you're encouraged by this, or if there's any point that really sticks out to you, go ahead and put it in the comment. But today we want to talk about moving from stuck to unstoppable, top 3 reasons you're not making any progress, and then the hidden fix to get unstuck. Next week, we have some exciting things coming up, so be on the lookout. Join our Facebook community, www.facebook.com/groups/faith-based weight loss for women. I'm going to close out the podcast and catch you guys next week.